Speaking too soon can end up backfiring on you. Oversharing and telling people all of your business, that can end up backfiring on you. Okay. People can't really attack what they don't know. You have to know when to share certain things or if you should even be sharing certain information. So when you start just flowing out the mouth and telling people everything, then yeah, that can be a recipe for disaster. All right. Sometimes the people that you're telling all of your business to, they don't have your best interests at heart. So you have to be very careful when it comes to speaking too soon about certain things or not even checking in with God to see if He wants you to share certain information, if He wants you to tell people certain things. Not everything that's happening in your life, not every good news needs to be broadcasted. I know we're living in a time where people show everything on social media. Nothing is private anymore. They're showing you their home layout. They're showing you what's in their bank account, their children's school. Like they're showing everything. So you have to be very mindful when it comes to oversharing or speaking too soon when you have something in the works behind the scenes. Okay. Sometimes you just got to let people see. And I know that excitement, sometimes it gets over you or comes over you, right? And you just want to share that right there can end up backfiring on you. I know a lot of people who spoke too soon, who spoke prematurely about what they were about to do, things that they had planned, things that they had lined up, ideas, goals, and everything that they had planned never happened and it fell to the ground. Because sometimes the ones who are listening to these things, they're not happy for you. They're not hoping that these good things that you have in the works or that you have a plan comes into fruition. They're preying on your downfall because they spoke prematurely. They spoke too soon and it ended up backfiring on them, right? So be mindful of that. Not everything has to be shared. Not everything has to be shared right away. Sometimes God may tell you, hey, wait a little bit. Don't tell anybody what you got going on. Don't tell anybody what I told you to do. Just do it in private. And when He releases you to speak, then you speak. And sometimes people have the tendency to think that, oh, because you don't want to overshare, you're being secretive. There's a difference between being secretive and being private. Okay. I consider myself a private person. I'm not secretive. People in my life know what I have going on, like those who are close to me. But somebody on the outside, they may view that as being secretive. Well, of course, you're going to think it's secretive because I don't have a relationship with you, right? But those who are in my life, they know pretty much everything. Like those who I trust, those that I'm close with, I'm not hiding anything. To me, being secretive means that you're hiding something. Like you have skeletons in your closet that you don't really want people to know. Like you got to hide something and, like you're being sneaky. But being private is, hey, I don't really want to share everything with you. Hey, there are things that I want to protect and there are things that I don't want to just share with everyone, right? Maybe I might share it with a few people or maybe I might share it with no one, right? Some things might be between you and God. There might be people who may say that, oh, you're being secretive. How come you're not telling me? How come you're not updating me on what's going on? No, it's not that you're being secretive, okay? There's a time to speak and to share, and there's a time where wisdom tells you to be quiet and to use discernment. Don't trust this person or trust this person, okay? Wisdom is going to tell you when to speak, when not to speak, how, where, who you should go to, who you shouldn't go to, who to trust, who not to trust. This is not to put fear in you, but to tell you that, hey, God wants you to use wisdom, okay? He wants you to have discernment. He wants the best for you, okay? The last thing He wants is for you to do something that He didn't tell you to do and now you're hurt because you didn't use wisdom. And then you have those people who you share certain things prematurely with. They will take that and they will purposely try to sabotage you because they don't want to see you win. They don't want to see whatever you have in the making or whatever you have planned. They don't want to see it come into fruition because they're haters, right? Because they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you blessed. This goes for family, friends, coworkers, whoever. The ones who are constantly pushing and pushing to try to get information out of you, to try to get you to share what you have going on, what's the update, what's happening, tell me everything that you have going on. It's like, no. Those who really care about you, they're not pressing you to share everything that you got going on. They're not always forcing you to give them an update or what your next move is. And they're not doing that. It's people who are nosy, people who either have an evil agenda, who always want to know. They always want to know what's next, what you got going on, what's your plan. It's like they want dates, they want every single detail, they want who, what, when, and where. And those who don't operate like that, they're not coming to you constantly seeking. You go to them and share whatever it is that you want to share, and they take it as that. That's really it. They're not constantly pressing you and pressing you. No, whatever you decide to share with them, they're okay with that. And they're not angry at the fact that you're not telling them your whole life or everything. Whatever it is that you decide to share, they're okay with that because they respect you. That's someone that respects your boundaries. That's someone that's not seeking to be nosy, nor do they even care that much. Most likely people like that, they don't really care to know. If you decide to share with them, cool. If you don't, cool. They don't really care that much, right? But people who are constantly like, I gotta know, you gotta tell me everything, tell me details, who, what, when, and where. You gotta be very mindful when it comes to people like that. This doesn't have to be about, oh, big news. It could be about anything, right? Especially when it comes to somebody that's in secret competition with you. I remember one time I had a best friend and I had showed her a picture of a hairstyle that I wanted to do. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to do this hairstyle. You know, I really like this hairstyle. I'm about to rock this hairstyle. I'm about to do it. I'm about to get it done. Do you know that the next time I saw her, she had that hairstyle? When I tell you the level of confusion on my face when I saw her, I was like, because in my mind, I'm like, how did she remember the hairstyle? Like it's one of those hairstyles. This was like over 10 years ago. It's like one of those hairstyles where you need a picture to show the stylist. It's not like something like quick and. So I'm like, dang, like how did she remember like every detail of the picture that I showed her? Because it came out exactly how I wanted it. So I took mental notes. I'm like, okay, you one of those people. So you're competing with me. Okay, cool, got it. So now I'm never sharing anything with you again. And that's why I said that was a best friend, okay? Because I'm not about to do this secret competition stuff. I can't do stuff like that. So this is what I mean. Like sometimes, you know, you may share certain things out of just innocence and joy and happiness. Like, hey, I'm about to do this. Hey, I'm about to do that. Lo and behold, that person is plotting. Lo and behold, that person is competing with you, right? In the back of their mind, they're like, oh, okay. You think you're about to start that business? Oh, okay. You think you're about to get that home? You think you're about to do this? You think you're about to get your kids all of these stuff when my kids don't have that? Whatever, right? Sometimes you're just sharing things out of innocence and it ends up backfiring. So just be very careful, okay? So hopefully this video was helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it useful, and I will see you guys in the next video.